This is the Travis 2, an imaginary ship capable of taking you anywhere in the Milky Way. Its maiden voyage will guide you through the wildest planets. We have discovered so far worlds of burning ice planets hotter than stars, with clouds made of metal zombie worlds. Born from the ashes of the dead and hundreds of billions more waiting in our galaxy alone, these worlds will offer us a glimpse into the boundless imagination of nature and create a map for future pioneers who may one day plant their flags on landscapes we can scarcely imagine. As our journey to new worlds begins, we set sail for the closest alien planet, 40 trillion kilometers away. But the long road to our cosmic neighbor is lined with strange sights of its own. Beyond Neptune's distant orbit, we slip into a no-man's land of icy cosmic debris surrounding our solar system, the Kuiper Belt. This massive disk of frozen material holds hundreds of millions of icy remnants from the formation of our solar system. Among these scattered bits of rock and ice, something peculiar resides: Haumea, a tumbling dwarf planet shaped like an egg. With 2 moons and an icy ring, this bizarre Pluto-sized world is the fastest spinning object in our solar system. Across its surface lies a mysterious red spot, possibly a scar from a recent impact. And Haumea is not alone. An entire eccentric family of mini-worlds lurks out here. Dwarf planets like Makemake and Gong, a red-tinted mini-Pluto with a thin atmosphere of methane. The Kuiper Belt could contain as many as 200 dwarf planets, with thousands more floating beyond. One day, these tiny worlds might serve as a cosmic base camp for interstellar voyagers. A final outpost still tethered to our sun, and when we finally outgrow our home system, the closest neighboring star system will be waiting: Alpha Centauri. In this triple star system, a tiny red dwarf known as Proxima Centauri orbits a pair of sun-like stars, Alpha Centauri A and B. As we approach Proxima, the closest of the trio, we are greeted by 2 enormous dust belts encircling the star. But further in, we come across the true gem of this system, Proxima Centauri B, the closest exoplanet to Earth. With a mass almost identical to our own planet and a density suggesting a rocky composition, this distant Earth cousin orbits right inside its star's habitable zone, making it a strong candidate for liquid water, given its proximity and similarity to Earth. Proxima Centauri b could become the first human outpost around another star. Visitors would gaze up to see Proxima Centauri and its 2 sister suns, and on a clear night, they might even spot our own sun, a distant glimmer of home. But there is much we don't know about this cosmic neighbor. Its star is so volatile that stellar flares could render the planet lifeless. The only way to know for sure is to go there ourselves. Missions are already being proposed that could reach this system in as little as 20 years, using nanoprobes powered by light sails. If humans ever set foot on Proxima Centauri b, it would mark one of the most transformative moments in human history. The moment we became an interstellar species. As we push farther into space, we leave the familiar behind and encounter a world beyond all human comprehension. Gliese 436b is as alien as it gets. It's orbiting extremely close to its star. Its surface blazes at 438 degrees Celsius. On a planet this hot, one might expect vast seas of magma, but this Neptune-sized world is something else entirely. A world of burning ice. Its immense gravity compresses atmospheric water vapor into an exotic form of ice called Ice 7. The pressures here are so extreme that the ice remains solid despite scorching temperatures. But the atmosphere tells a different story. It is being blasted into space by the star's intense heat, leaving behind a comet-like tail stretching 9 million miles long. Most planets in the universe will be hostile to humans. But 39 light-years away, a tiny red dwarf star hosts what might be a planetary oasis. This is the TRAPPIST-1 system, a family of 7 rocky planets huddled closely around their star. These Earth-sized worlds orbit so tightly that the entire system would fit within Mercury's orbit. The inner 2 planets are suspected to be Venus-like, scorching hot and wrapped in dense clouds. The outermost planet, TRAPPIST-1H, is thought to be as cold as the South Pole, but 4 of the middle worlds orbit in the star's habitable zone, making this system a prime candidate for alien life. TRAPPIST-1e is among the most promising habitable planets ever discovered. Each of these worlds is far older than Earth, granting any potential life forms a 3 billion year head start. Each of these worlds is far older than Earth, granting any potential life forms a 3 billion year head start. But this system has a catch. All its planets are theorized to be tidally locked, one side permanently facing their star, while the other remains frozen in endless night. These extreme conditions might make life difficult to sustain. Yet under the right circumstances, one of these planets could hold vast oceans on its sunlit side, where the heat is just enough to keep water liquid and eyeball Earth, appearing like a glistening iris staring into space. Others could have a habitable strip of land along the Terminator line, the region between day and night, where temperatures are just right, a sanctuary between scorched land and eternal winter. The TRAPPIST planets are now a major target of the James Webb Space Telescope, which will peer into their atmospheres in search of biosignatures. If our descendants ever reach this system, they will look up to see their sibling planets decorating the sky, each clinging to the warmth of their dim red starlight campers around a fire. Farther still, 64 light-years away, lies a world that seems deceptively peaceful. From space, white clouds drift over deep shades of blue, hinting at an Earth-like beauty. But up close, this gas giant is anything but friendly. Here, the fastest winds in the known universe rage 25 times stronger than the most violent hurricanes ever recorded. Those tranquil blue hues seen from space are actually clouds of silicate particles, tiny shards of glass, whipping across the planet at 7 times the speed of sound. If that weren't lethal enough, the extreme heat would finish the job. These are just a few of the countless alien worlds that lie beyond our home, waiting to be explored. From blazing ice planets to the tempestuous skies of distant giants, each world we uncover brings us closer to understanding the grand, chaotic, and breathtaking reality of the universe. And as we continue our journey among the stars, we may find that the strangest world of all is yet to come. The atmosphere here is so hot that it could melt solid gold. That intense heat causes it to evaporate at a staggering rate of up to 1.3 billion pounds per second. On this world from hell, even the sky itself tries to escape. As we journey through the dark cosmic highways, 400 light-years from Earth, a truly brilliant sight emerges from the void. This newborn planet might seem familiar at first glance, but compared to Saturn, this colossal world is the true Lord of the Rings. Its ring system is 200 times larger, stretching nearly 120 million kilometers wide, almost the distance from Earth to the Sun. If Saturn's rings were this massive, it would dominate the night sky, appearing far larger than the Moon. Scientists suspect that hidden within a gap in these rings lies a massive moon, bigger than Mars, where the view would resemble something out of a surreal dream. Over time, the surrounding rings will condense, forming an entire family of moons, potentially hundreds of them. But for now, they remain a spectacle unlike anything we've ever seen. A reminder that our own solar system has not prepared us for the staggering variety and splendor of others. By some estimates, nearly half of all sun-like star systems contain more than one sun. This suggests billions of planets experiencing poetic twin sunsets, worlds that orbit not just 2 or 3, but even 4 stars. Landscapes where your body would cast multiple shadows, and you could witness a sunrise and sunset happening at the same time. This is an actual image of a 3-star system in the Orion Nebula, showing massive rings of gas and dust swirling around a triplet of newborn stars. Within this turbulent spiral of debris, evidence suggests the presence of a hidden planet carving out a path in the gas and dust. It is the first planet ever discovered to orbit 3 stars at once. And then there are worlds that seem more like stars than planets. This scorching gas giant is tidally locked to its star, with its day side reaching a blistering 30 degrees Celsius, hotter than the surface of some stars. Under such extreme heat, heavy metals rise from the planet's interior into its atmosphere. As violent winds carry these metals to the cooler night side, something incredible happens. Here, iron, magnesium, and other heavy elements condense, forming clouds of molten metal. Towering metallic dust storms rage from one hemisphere to the other, unleashing torrential rains of liquid gemstones. And this isn't the only planet of riches out there. It's just 21 light-years from Earth. A supermassive rocky planet could be the ultimate piece of cosmic jewelry. High concentrations of aluminum and calcium in its extreme atmosphere may have formed vast deposits of rubies and sapphires. And some scientists believe entire planets made of pure diamond could exist. With its Near-equal ratio of carbon to oxygen, WASP-12b might contain a diamond core. But even if it does, you would never see it from space. It is cloaked in dark clouds of methane and carbon monoxide, absorbing 94% of all light and making it darker than coal. Its close proximity to its star has warped it into an egg-like shape, stretched by the immense gravitational pull. But this diamond-shaped space egg is doomed. Its parent star's gravity is pulling it toward a fiery death, giving it only 3 million more years before it is completely consumed. For some worlds, however, death is not the end of the story. When massive stars explode in supernova, the blast wave obliterates any planets in its reach. But sometimes, the destruction of one world leads to the birth of another. In the aftermath of a supernova, certain stars collapse into rapidly spinning neutron stars called pulsars, devouring enormous amounts of stellar debris. But what remains on the outer edge of the system can cool and condense until finally a new world is born. A zombie planet forged from the ashes of the dead. Worlds like these are incredibly rare, yet 2,300 light-years away. A billion-year-old pulsar is home to not one, but 3 potential zombie planets. The closest Draugr is a tiny rocky world, smaller than Mercury, likely stripped bare by intense X-ray radiation. Then we come to the first 2 exoplanets ever discovered, Poltergeist and Phobiter, a pair of zombie super-Earths, each more than 3 times the mass of our own planet. Drenched in the flickering light of their dead star, the view from these planets would be utterly alien. Charged particles from the pulsar rain down upon them, igniting brilliant auroras across their skies. Bathed in deadly X-rays, with no living sun to provide warmth, these worlds seem utterly inhospitable. Yet, in some extreme conditions, life may still find a way. On planets with exceptionally thick atmospheres, X-rays from the pulsar could convert into heat, creating environments capable of supporting liquid water, and perhaps even life itself, thriving on a zombie planet orbiting the spinning corpse of an exploded star. As we reach the farthest point of our journey, over 2,000 light-years from Earth, we have still only scratched the surface of what's out there. An estimated 700 quadrillion other worlds remain unexplored. Planets bathed in the blinding light of the galactic core. Worlds teetering on the edges of supermassive black holes. And giant water planets with oceans stretching thousands of kilometers deep. To visit these distant realms is a dream only our descendants may fulfill. If they ever step onto alien soil and feel the warmth of new suns, they will look back on us the first generation to glimpse these worlds, to study their origins and mysteries, and to dream of the day when some of them may become home. If you enjoyed this journey through the cosmos, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Cypher Fiction Lab for more incredible stories from the farthest reaches of space. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new adventure into the unknown. The universe is vast, and our journey has only just begun.